Boom! Now it's 6 weeks later. Going in for my follow-up with the knee doctor. Shoulder's still in pain. My knee's definitely still in pain. No major progress. Definitely working with a trainer. Feeling a lot like I'm making some progress with it, but it still hurts like hell. So, let's see how we do. Come on, knee, let's get better, bro. About time. I always try to walk though, man. Do that extra walking. Take the elevator if I don't have to. Used to live on the 15th floor, man. Try to walk those stairs. You guys recognize this guy? Take a closer look. Tom Brady, when he's in 2022, when he's MVP. This guy's trying to live forever. So Tom Brady's exactly 3 months and 2 weeks older than I am. You know, so I'm not gonna have gray hair at 45. There's no way. I won't have any wrinkles at 45. Some of this picture that isn't the future of him. I'm actually gonna go backwards, bro. I think I might have a couple secrets up my sleeve, bro, that he might not have realized yet. But check this out. The TB method captures a man attempting to transform his life from a transcend figure in sports to a transcendent figure in the culture. Brady declares that he's on a mission and wants to inspire a movement. That is, movement is something he calls pliability. Muscles? Yes, that's me. Where was I? Brady declares he is on a mission and wants to inspire a movement. That his movement is something he calls pliability. What is that? Muscles trained to become long, soft, and primed. Never heard of the word. Interesting. Instead of short, dense, and stiff. Is less telling than a moral cause he makes for it. Pliability is not just for the elite athletes, he writes. It is for anyone who wants to live the vital life for as long as possible. The method is not just for the locker room. Instead, it reflects the values of a global elite for which human longevity is human destiny, and which Brady and his wife, Gisele Bündchen, are members in good standing. Wow. The TB method offers a portrait of a ferociously limited human being, albeit the world's most hydrated one. Every day he wakes up at 6 in the morning and immediately drinks 20 ounces of purified water, augmented with TB12 electrolytes, which he tells us contains 72 trace minerals, generally lost in perspiration. As a result, he says, he's so well hydrated that even with adequate exposure to the sun, I won't get sunburn. And he presumes that the muscles under his skin look like beautiful tenderloins instead of shriveled jerky. He trains about 4 hours a day, and on most days he does pliability with Guerrero, who handles his capability of generating 50 Newton force in a single finger, about 11 pounds applied target pressure to Brady's muscles. On rare occasions, when I don't have the benefit of working with Alex, he either does partner pliability or goes solo with a jar of coconut oil, and he applies himself to a TB12 vibrating sphere. He eats abstemiously with a few portion sizes bigger than the palm of his hand, but also with a purpose to maintain the alkalinity of his body. And he sleeps in the same determined therapeutic fashion. At 9 each night, in a room uncontaminated by either technology or pet dander, he keeps a glass of water by his bedside and sleeps famously in a TB12 bioceramic recovery wear, which is also for sale. Considers to be a part of his movement, the tech-enabled apparel sleep movement. My ability to sustain peak performance in the last 10 years is almost unbelievable to me. With the oxygen-enriched blood and his muscles firing at 100%, he can now afford to say, I rarely get fatigued and I never get headaches and I never cramp. Not a wrinkle, man. Not a blemish. That's it on the Tom Brady article. Really interesting stuff. The only real powerful thing that I think that I saw in there was about the minerals. I'll definitely have to talk about that in the future. Minerals are incredibly important. He is taking 72 trace minerals. The minerals are not in our food supply like they used to be. So even if we're eating Spartan salad, organic food, growing our own food, growing greenhouse food, having like the perfect diet, we may not be getting the actual trace minerals that we need. That's really important. Tom Brady realizes that. You know, wearing the clothes, special clothing at night, a lot of the stuff he's marketing and selling as a business, you know, I have no idea. I can't comment about that. I have no information on it, you know, so it may help him. But that was really the only, like, some of the keys, sounds like, is this minerals that he's taking help to oxygenate his blood. And then his exercise routine is very, very, like, I can't even comprehend that yet. Some sort of like compound movements and vibrating machines, very advanced. And the way he sleeps, some sort of incredible device. But what he's doing is not for everyday people. One day, though, like, I'll probably align myself with him and share my information, and he can share his. He's actually from right out here in San Mateo, right on the peninsula, the Bay Area. So, interesting guy. I went to a Super Bowl in 2004. I was at a Super Bowl, and I saw him there. I think he was a rookie or maybe his second year, when Bledsoe was still the quarterback, and he was just coming up. And he was like, you know, the guy holding the ball before they kicked it into the end zone, or kicked it in as a field goal. He was that guy, number 12. I was at that Super Bowl. We're basically the same age. Interesting stuff, man. Really interesting. I challenge you, Tom Brady. Who's going to live longer, bro? Who looks younger? Let's do a side-by-side comparison. We're basically the same age. He's 3 months and 2 weeks older than me. He's got much more advanced therapy. I'm just doing some old school stuff from a couple thousand years ago, really basic, cheap stuff that anybody can do. But it's working, bro. I'm going to live a long time. I'm talking 700-800 years. Somebody made a comment about some of the inspirations of living a long time. And they mentioned the Bible, and you know, I really am not going to get into, like, I don't want to get into religion on this channel, so I don't want to comment on it too much. But I mean, at the same time, on a historical reference, 100% agree. People like Abraham and those in the historical text in the Bible lived a long time. Abraham and Moses, these guys, I think it was Cain and Abel as well. They lived a long time. 700 years. Another one was Baird Spalding. He was born in 1873, died in 1953, and he published a series of books called Life and Times of the Masters of the Far East. And it was an 8-volume series of books. I want to thank Drew Cementa for sending me those books years ago. Very thoughtful of it. I mean, he knew, like, the quest that I was on, and he got those books. He knew about those books. And this is all the way back in 2010, 2011, when I met Drew Cementa in person. I got the copies. I started studying the books. And basically what the books say is it was an expedition of scientists that Baird Spalding had brought to the Far East. He was a scientist, and he brought all these scientists with him to study these masters, and these masters were living 600, 700, 800, 900 years in the Far East. And so the book is all about his expedition, his studies, his research upon these ancient masters in the Far East living in the Himalayan mountains and all the encounters of what they did. And it's actually a non-fiction book. You know, you think, oh, that sounds like a children's story. No, it's not a children's story. The guy's a scientist. It's a science book. You can really dig right into it if you're really interested in getting super deep on people living a long time. This guy actually dedicated his life to identifying what these people did. They lived and they were actually studied in person over just about 100 years ago. Fascinating subject. So shout out to Tom Brady for doing it and getting himself out there. Definitely want to challenge you one day, bro. And Tom Brady, whenever you see this video, we meet, and you can be like, hey, what are you doing, bro? What's your secret? And I'm going to tell the whole world about my secret. Most of it I'll be giving it away, but I'll eventually have a subscription of something where Patreon, where I can make this like a full-time job. Imagine if I could just do this as a full-time job. All I did was like dedicate my life to humanity and helping humanity on the same quest that Tom Brady's after. This great line, this method of pliability, of this anti-aging or reverse aging movement that Tom Brady is trying to pioneer with his wife. It's a method that is not just for a locker room, but instead it reflects the values of a global elite in which human longevity is human destiny. Human longevity is human destiny. That's where we're going. Tom Brady, way to go, man. Applause for getting this out there and kind of a new information. So I'm on the same path. And I believe that we're coming into a major shift in human consciousness that's going to be changing everything. All right, come on in.
Hi.
Check it out, bro. I got this dumb brace. Knee brace. kind of looks sad to me, but it's a knee brace. Come on. I mean, it's like, I don't know, I feel like a sympathy. You wear this brace. I don't want anyone knowing I'm wearing a brace. Kind of humiliating to wear this brace around. And
unfortunately, I'm sorry.
I'm not going to, do I have to wear this all the time?
Just whenever your knee hurts and then you feel like you need some support. So any type of...
I guess if I'm going to do like walking down hills or whatever, I want to wear this brace.
Yeah,
that's when it really hurts the most.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be on hills or anything, or if I do doing sprints, I wonder if I can do it with these. Well, there it is. Got some freaking really pretty, beautiful receptionists, like little Filipino. Beautiful. Sweet, too. My knee's feeling the same. I got a stupid little brace. She saw me put it on. Thank you, Tracy, for helping me out. That's where I'm at, dude. This week update. I just may have to come back in for a little cut and surgery. Surgery was actually, they talk in detail about it. Right now I'm going to do physical therapy for another 6 to 8 weeks and see how I feel. Definitely may need some shoulder surgery. But it doesn't sound as invasive as it once was. I was thinking, oh, cut the shoulder open, this horrible treatment. But it's like really like a very small needle. They put it in there with a camera and then they start scraping stuff out. They cut you open. But I'm thinking, really, dude, I'm like scared thinking Tommy John surgery of the 1990s. That's the shoulder surgeries I remember hearing about. No, it's like much more advanced. So that's where we're at, bro. Just wanted to shoot a little update video on my injury with a car, being hit by a car back at Stanford University. You could watch the old original video when it happened. I'll put it at the end of this video, check it out. If you like this video, hit the like button and be sure to leave a comment below and say, dude, I hope you feel better, or dude, you're freaking whatever. You're the man. Say anything good, you what, all right? I appreciate it. Hit the like button. More coming at you. This is Gavin Mill.